All right. I know I'm a little bit biased, but I absolutely love our local club. So that's what our upper 12 is going to be about today. So going upper. Oh, upper. Yep, he called upper. Going upper 12. Upper 12. Called the upper 12. I caught it. Caught that upper 12. Bloomer Rod and Gun, Bloomer, Wisconsin. 2 weeks ago, I got to shoot this event, and I know I'm a little late putting this video out, but we'll get there. So we got to take part there. They have 30 target Reinhardt's targets archery event over a couple weeks ago, and they serve food. The weather was actually really, really nice. I think we were mid 60s. Had a lot of wind that day on Saturday and Sunday in the afternoon, so which creates a little bit of shooting scenario, potential shooting issues, which is fine with me. I like the inclement conditions and stuff. I think it really kind of separates some shooters and stuff and whatnot. Anyway, so I shoot a Darton departure, and it held really, really well in the wind for me. So my wife shoots an arrow, and I kind of noticed, it's a carbon arrow by Elite. It's a light bow. But I've kind of noticed that when she would shoot, that wind just kind of had its, just done whatever it wanted to do. She really had a hard time holding on target. She would kind of rush some shots sometimes, but that's just part of it. But to get back to the club first, we'll talk about the club, then we'll talk about the shoot. So the club was back in 1967, per what I saw on the internet. In 1967, they decided to get a club put together, which is on the west edge of town a ways. And 1972, I want to say, is when they built a small clubhouse out there. So it took a few years to kind of put that stuff together and whatnot. But right now, it sits on 40 acres. And what they do at the club is they have a rifle range and a pistol range. Pistol, I want to say it's 25 yards, and the rifle range, don't quote me, I want to say it's like 200 to maybe 250 yards, maybe 200 yards. I don't do a lot of gun stuff by any means. But when you become a member, you get access to these things. So safety courses, and by 1972 is when they kind of got that put together. But 80s, I don't remember when, maybe the mid 90s, they built a bigger club, indoor range, and it just kept growing up from there, right? So now they have the capabilities of doing indoor spot league with more than enough room, which is fantastic because it's tough, when you're stepping on top of each other, long stabilizers, target bows, and whatnot. But plus they have like a commons area or a lobby, I would call it, maybe a commons area, that people can grab some food, eat some food, and stay out of the way of the archers who are doing their stuff. But they can do indoor stuff too, introduction classes like boaters education, hunters education, archery, trapping education, four-wheeler, ATV education and stuff in this building that they built, which is fantastic. I'm a big advocate of that and having that capabilities or ability to have and host those courses. Okay, so like I said, the building sits on 40 acres, and they utilize all 40 of those acres for the archery course when they host an event. And 2 weeks ago, we got to attend that event. And it's the first one of the year. I always try to hit it if I can, if I don't have too much going on. But man, it's so much fun. Largely part because a lot of folks in the area I know, we try to go there and we shoot. So this one actually had a lot to do. They had a deer show. So they bring folks in with mounts, so unique mounts that they have, and they also have a gentleman that comes in and does scoring. If your animal qualifies for certain books, whether it's a SCI or Boone and Crockett or Pope Young or whatever. Then if you want to, you can actually enter it in the books there and whatnot too. Plus they serve food throughout the entire day, and they got bartenders on hand, which is a big event, right? It's pretty cool. And there's a lot of folks that you get to see there, talk about the hunting seasons prior or previous. And it's just a lot of fun to get together and do that there. So Saturday I took some friends with us who've never shot a 3D course before in their life. And I've been trying to get them out to a 3D course for quite some time, and it just has never worked out. So they are some of my Amish buddies that I've known for some time now, and I just explaining a 3D course to them. They seemed very, very interested in it, and they just really wanted to have a good time, right? So it worked out that they were able to go with me on Saturday because Sundays, it's a day they can't do anything on, go to church on, depending on the Sunday. Nonetheless, so we got to take them, and so it was him, the dad, and a boy, and then a young boy, but the young boy didn't shoot the bow, his bow anyway. He just came along for fun. So had a great time on the course. They really enjoyed going to the next target and seeing what the next target was. I don't think they ever missed a target. They had a pretty good time though. A lot of laughs and whatnot. Because they're Amish, obviously I didn't get any videos or pictures or anything like that of them, just due to a respect side of it. So their favorite target that they told me, they had two of them, which were kind of mine too. They had a Sasquatch, and when we got to shoot the Sasquatch, they were just all laughs and having a good time with that. And then the buffalo, but it was just really the way the buffalo was. They had it set up, going through some trees, through some pine trees, kind of a tunnel is what it looked like. And then the target was 15 yards, maybe past the trees, maybe a little bit longer than that. A lot of wind again, like I said, but that was just a real challenging shot. It was a really neat look, what I call a nice look on an archery target. So, but Bloomer does a really good job of having this course encompass their entire property, and it's very laid out well, just in terms of like safety aspects, and it flows well. People's not standing on top of each other and waiting. I want to say they had like 180 some shooters, which was just really, really good. Because I think at right around that 70 mark, they figure they break even roughly. But they had like 180. But again, the weather had a lot to play with that. It's early in the season, and people just want to get out and shoot their bows. So really, really good course. Like I said, it's one of my favorite ones that I like to go out there and hit. So my favorite target was the buffalo. You can see a video. I'll show you guys a video of it here in a second. But the buffalo target was my absolute favorite one. And a lot of that has to do with you're shooting from an inside of a dark canopy out to a light target. And from there, the challenges really kind of started with that wind. So I tend to overthink things quite a bit. So I actually got lucky. I got a 12 on that one on the first day, Saturday, which was pretty cool. So, and then Sunday rolls around. So I caught up with Corey, DJ, Joe, Klitzy, myself, and my wife came along. As a photographer, videographer, social media person. And, but she did not shoot on the second day. So the first day, 30 targets, and we scored them 12, 10, 8, 5. I shot a 315. So when you're done laughing at that score, wait until you hear my second day score, and I already took the course once, right? So, okay. So the second day I caught up with those guys, and we had a really, really good time shooting. A lot of laughs, some more pictures and stuff like that taken, some more videos and whatnot. But a better score. It's like these guys have done this before, and they're pretty legit shooters. I think they can hold their own in a lot of circles. But most of it is if you've ever shot a 3D course, how much fun it is just to go with a couple of buddies and and have a good time. You're laughing, you're shooting for arrows. Sometimes you're trying to break a buddy's arrow or whatnot. Or just give each other a hard time and see if you can't get them to miss or whatnot. But if you've never shot a 3D course, I strongly suggest trying one, attending one. They're not that much money. They're $10 to $20 a person. You're going to spend that much money doing worse things, or more on more junk. You know what I'm saying? So take the time, support your local club is a big thing. But nonetheless, so we got to shoot. They had a couple shots. You would come out. They had one shot that it was open. Like I said, they do a really good job on the safety side. They have one shot that you can kind of stretch it out a little bit and shoot to the target before you get to the post, which a lot of folks do, and whatnot. But so we did that on that one target. And it was it was a white mountain goat, and it was out there quite a ways. And they did a pretty good job with having a berm behind it and whatnot. But really good. So I like that one. Again, my favorite one was the buffalo. Yeah, I'll show you that video. We did do the Sasquatch. That one was a pretty fun one too. They have a moose. Usually the moose is right around. They have two man-made ponds. The moose is right around that pond, and that was pretty fun too. I want to say that was like 48 yards, 47 yards this year over the pond, which adds another really cool look to it. And so had a lot of fun. I think I came in second on the second day, and I shot a 313, I think, on the second day, which is an okay score, but I need to step my game up if I want to compete in any competitive realm. So, especially with these guys. So, anyway, so yeah, Bloomer, Wisconsin. Check them out on the Toxon app. So I'm going to start doing some of these upper 12s. Is going to be the name of it. Like I said, I'm just going to feature outdoor stuff, and it's just going to be an all-around, basic, general, about 12 minutes video on something archery related. So. Stick with us and make sure you like this video. Download the Toxon app, check it out, help us grow. If you're a club or a pro shop, or someone who is attending a club or a pro shop and they're not on the app, let them know about us. It's free. It's free to be on, free to be a part of. We're just kind of drill the sport of archery. So anyway, here's some extra videos. Here are some pictures and stuff too of the Bloomer event that we attended a couple of weeks ago. So let me know what you guys thought of the video, and I appreciate you guys hanging out, watching it this long. If you're all the way to the end, so shoot straight, archery connected, Toxon, folks. Have a great day. Shoot straight.
It's like a duck
It's
shot.
usually between the chest.
It's like
not
down
as
here.
low, yep.
Too low.
That shot.
It was-
Well enough to. You get enough arrows into a big fellow like that, it'll slow him down. That's a good shot.
Don't let me forget that
Potatoes.
King of the Hill beast mode over east was fine.
I was wondering why today I just kept having to crank one over.
37 of Sasquatch. Always a tough target for me, but we'll see. Just a touch low, I think. Like right when I'm drawn back, getting ready to squeeze
What,
up.
beast
Yesterday?
mode?
Beast mode.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, my last event.
Did he go for the nose?
Yeah. Boy,